Today's country and your all-time favorites. 95.1 The Bull. Rob gets in the bullpen on our community conversation this morning, brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, online at fcmc.us.com. Joining me here in the studio this morning, we have our, you may remember, long time ago, we had our former morning show host here on The Bull, also New Hampton basketball coach, and now author, Scott Hogeland, joining me here this morning. Scott, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Rob, for having me. And before I forget, happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you, too. So a perfect time of year for, I guess you can say, a bit of a stocking stuffer you've got for us here for this coming week here that is going to be, if it hasn't already been on sale now, you have a book that's out here. Is that right?
I do. You know, it's like, I'm going to give you a little background. Okay. I was out with hernia surgery working at Trimark Corporation, first class organization, put a little bug in for them. and I was out for 6 weeks, and I turned to my wife and I said, you know what? I want to write a book. I miss helping people. And that's the bottom line about this book, is helping people. So bless her heart, she said, go for it. And so I started several years ago, and kind of the rest is history. It was published, Amazon Publishing. Last Saturday was the official day that it got published.
Excellent. And the book is called Building Friendships, Resolving Differences.
Yeah. My educational teaching and coaching, I had hundreds of conversations daily. And this book, nonfiction, everything about the book came from my daily occurrences at the school. And I just missed helping people, in being retired from education for 10 years now. I missed that part. And I knew with the book and my occurrences and events at school that I could put that on paper and people can read it and it can help them.
So the book mainly about your experiences there. Now, what do you want people who read your book to get out of it?
Well, I know that I can help them. So I just simply want them to, for many readers, I'm going to get them thinking. I can't guarantee I can help them. That will be up to them. But I know that I'm going to get them thinking, because there's many people out there, Rob, that they're stuck in their comfort zone. And I want them to say, hey, it's okay. Go ahead. You can make mistakes. A mistake is one step closer to a win or improvement. So I just want them to kind of wake up. There's people, speaking of waking up, in the morning, the most important decision you make in a day is when you wake up, get in a good mood and go from there. So, it's again, repeating myself, but back to helping people. And we go from there.
I agree with that 100%, because it's easier said than done, where you have to get up sometimes before the crack of dawn and kind of go about your day there. And that's a good idea to get some insight on what, from your experience, talking about, how to give it a more positive mind.
Well, it is. There's people out there in this world that judge you. I was under the microscope with teaching, but in the coaching profession there, you have 1,000, 2,000 people every night looking at you, questioning what you're doing, and they're judging you. And I can live with that. Rob, I was blessed with 4 great mentors, 2 high school Hall of Fame coaches and 2 college coaches. And they instilled in me, believe in yourself. And I knew that no one in the community knew more about the team than I did, or knew more about myself than me. So I just simply uh, had a strong mindset that my belief is important to pass on to some young people and a little bit, for adults too.
Excellent. We're speaking with author Scott Hogeland joining us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull. I'll pinpoint maybe just one thing that we can talk about, and feel free to expand on, is there are a lot of resolutions to conflicts that we try to figure out, whether it be in a work setting or everyday life. What's one of your favorite resolutions when there's a conflict in place?
Yeah. First of all, you have to take the emotion out of the situation. You know, you need to remain calm. If you're talking with someone there and their emotions are really upscale or kind of out of control, there's people that will try to battle that. And you have options to just say, when you get your emotions in check, we'll continue this conversation. But kind of to answer your question, you need to get them and yourself on the same page. It's you have to, the power of numbers. Get everyone as many as you can on your side. Now, how are you going to do that? You have to be a good listener. And you have to listen to the people out there because they have good input. And to be on the same page there, you have to agree with things, and you don't always agree, and you can agree to disagree at times. But the power of listening, there's too many people that listen and they want to respond. You need to listen to learn and understand, and that will be you'll be a lot better off if you do that.
Absolutely. So, we talked about, you have a background in education and your coaching experience as well. I assume obviously you've had an influence on a lot of young people over the years here that you have taught or coached. Is there any situation in which, the young people that you taught and coached had an influence on you over the years?
um, you know every one of them influenced me on how to be a better person. There's so many different personalities and attitudes out there that um, for me, um, getting to know them better and how they feel, was important to understand what they're thinking. So to get to know them and to, like I said earlier, to listen is the important thing there. So influences. Uh, we were all in this together, whether it's a teaching classroom or uh, you know sports. We're all in it together.
Very good. Scott Hoagland joining us here on the Morning Roundup 95.1 The Bull. Once again, talking about your book here, which is called Building Friendships, Resolving Differences. And now the book is going to be coming out here, you said within the next week. That should be out here.
Yeah, it's already out. There's a link that I believe you guys will have that you can go to your webpage and get that. And if not, you can go to Amazon and you can simply type in my name, Scott Hoagland, and it's going to pop up. So, there's a lot of people that are shocked that I did that. And it's a lot of work, Rob. It really it shocked me. It's a lot of work, and you're going to open yourself up to some criticism, but that that's the way it goes. I can handle that, but I just know in my heart that I can help people. When they read this, I'm gonna get them thinking. I just know that.
Yes, and you know what? Any critique is better than no critique at all, and I've learned that as well in any experience, any setting. That seems to be a very good way to kind of keep yourself in check, as you said there. We did talk about your family saying about writing a book, your wife there. Any other reception you've had from amongst others within the community about the book?
Um, Yes, I asked them before now to kind of keep it under a hat there because I wanted the book published is just a little bit late. We are leaving for Arizona next week, and I wanted to surprise my three boys with their own personal copy, and it's going to be in my hands, the copy, in hours. So uh, not really. They're curious. I talked to my sister who lives in Arkansas the other day, and she says I can't wait to read it. I've had a couple coworkers say can't wait to read it. So, um, I the bottom line is it's really not about me. It's about helping people, and like I said, I just believe that people reading this, it's going to get them thinking, get them out of their comfort zone. It's okay, if you come up short. I talk a little bit about goal setting, trying to help people there. And it's like for a lot of people, they don't set goals, or if they do set goals and they don't achieve it, they quit, you know. And the most important thing about goal setting are the steps to get to the goal. People just search for the end, and the first roadblock that they come into, they end up quitting. You have to find a way to get around that roadblock, either to the right, to the left, go over it, or bust right through it. But you have to do that. So, again, the important thing in that portion of the book is find a way, be determined. And I talk a lot about leadership. Rob, everyone is a leader. You lead yourself every day. You help lead your family, your spouse, your children, you help lead friends. So it's like I talk about leadership, getting them on the same page as you, or equally as important, you getting on the same page as them, and talk it out. And that's where there's a lot of people that fail. It's my way or the highway. That's wrong. You have to get people to have input, and have their words have impact.
Scott Hogeland joining us here on the Morning Roundup, 95.1 The Bull. Maybe a little soon to ask, but are you thinking about maybe, depending on how things go here, a follow-up to the book?
Oh, give me a chance to breathe, Rob.
I just asking. Because I know there will be some inquisitive minds that are curious about it.
Well, are you hearing this is the first book of a series of them? I don't, I believe there will be. I'm going to enjoy this. Like I said, writing a book is incredibly much more difficult and grueling than you think. And I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy this. And do I believe there's a second book coming? Yeah, I do. And is it months away? No, it's probably, a year or two away, but I love doing it. I learn from it. I continue to learn from it. And again, that's what I'm trying to do here for people to learn more about themselves and challenge themselves, and without giving away too much in the book. That's what I do. Wake up, give this a try, and you'll be a better person because of it.
All right, Scott, further information, of course, the book is available here once again. Building Friendships, Resolving Differences. That book's currently available on Amazon. I assume you're probably in some local bookshops. We'll be seeing that as well.
Oh, yeah. That's marketing. Yeah, that's 24/7. So
yep.
You got to get it out to the people. But the best way is to go to Amazon and type in either Building Friendships, Resolving Differences, or type in my name, and it will pop up. And it makes a great Christmas present, not expensive, $12, and it'll be a good Christmas present for someone.
And not only that, right after Christmas, we are always working on those New Year's resolutions. So that could be a step forward for next year.
All right.
Right? Yeah, think of it that way.
That sounds good.
There you go. Scott Hogeland joining us here this morning. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Morning Roundup and sharing a lot of your insight and your experiences here, being resident here of New Hampton, your experiences in education, coaching, and just for everyday life purposes. Thanks for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me, Rob. And again, happy holidays, everyone.
Absolutely. Scott Hogeland here on the Morning Roundup. Our community conversation brought to you by our friends at Floyd County Medical Center at fcmc.us.com on 95.1 The Bull.